I was checking Amazon for tools and found this new SeeSii drill kit. I have a couple other SeeSii tools and the batteries are compatible with Makita. I blacked out and 2 days later this box showed at my house. Since it mysteriously arrived, let's check it out and test it to see if it's better than the Ryobi kits I have. This SeeSii comes with 4 amp hour batteries and seemed fairly compact. I was hoping it would punch above the Ryobi Compact's weight class at a similar size. My initial reaction though when opening the box is that these are smaller than the Ryobi Compact, so I'm a little concerned about performance. Before we even check the size, weight, and other features, let's test out that performance. I also have SeeSii 2 amp hour batteries, so we can compare both 2 and 4 amp hour performance of the kits, but let's first compare them in kit form. Starting with the SeeSii 4 amp hour battery Impact, it buries the lag bolt in a quick 3.4 seconds. Pretty impressive from the small tool, comparing to the Ryobis, which have 2 brushless 1+ HP flavors, the Compact and what I call the Big Dog. The Ryobi Compact is a slow 9.3 seconds, while the Big Dog goes quickest at 3.1 seconds. So the SeeSii doing well to keep up with the more expensive Ryobi Impact, although the Ryobi is doing it with a smaller battery. Onto the kit version of drill performance. The SeeSii drill has very similar performance to the Impact, doing it in a respectable 3.5 seconds. That's without the hammer setting, and with the hammer setting, it does it in 3.2 seconds. And let's take a look at the Ryobis. With the 2 amp hour kit batteries, they do it in 3.4 seconds, and the Big Dog in 2.8 seconds. The SeeSii isn't quite as fast as the Big Dog, but pretty good. In my last video, I called the Ryobi Compact Impact hot garbage. I stand behind that and see very few applications where I would use it over the compact drill. It was my money, so I'm the sucker. Just doing these quick tests, I did see some concerns with the SeeSiis. The Impact collet doesn't really hold the bit in place. It is secure, but there is a lot of front to back play in the bit travel. When removing the bolts, the nut driver would slip off the bolt, something I haven't had happen with the Ryobis. On the drill, when lightly pulling the trigger, the RPM isn't constant and there's a pulsing. I'm not sure how this will impact drill control, but I'll check that out later in the video. So to test with similar batteries, let's check the Impact and drill with 2 amp hour batteries. First, the Impact. And wow, that slows down quite a bit and exactly doubles the time compared to the 4 amp hour battery, 6.8 seconds. And the drill slows down only slightly, 3.8 seconds. The Impact still beats the Ryobi Compact, but the drill slows down slightly behind both. A half to 1 second difference may not seem like a lot on this lag bolt, but when stepping up to higher demand applications like a Forstner bit drilling cabinet hinges, the difference can be 20 seconds or 3 times the time between tools. On speed 2, the SeeSii is very similar to the Compact Ryobi and hits overload protection at nearly the same spot. The Big Dog Ryobi is the only one to bury the lag bolt, but it takes a 4 amp hour battery on speed 2. Okay. Let's look at the Ryobis with the 4 amp hour batteries, starting with the Impact on speed 1. For the Impact, the Ryobi Compact goes 4.3 seconds, and the Big Dog goes even quicker at 2.7 seconds. So the SeeSii did well at 3.4 seconds, doing quite a bit better than the Compact with the same size battery. For the drills, the Ryobi shifts down 0.2 of a second each to 3.2 and 2.6 seconds. And the SeeSii keeping up when on hammer mode and only slightly behind at 3.5 seconds on drill mode. Pretty impressive with the smaller size and weight. Although it appears to be designed for these higher amp hour batteries, it still did quite well with the 2 amp hour batteries. Comparing the size and weight, for the Impacts, the SeeSiis come in around a similar weight of the Compact Ryobis. The Impact is the same with the 2 amp hour battery and a few ounces less with the 4 amp hour. The drill is 4 ounces lighter with the 2 amp hour battery and 7 ounces lighter with the 4 amp hour battery. The tools are better balanced with the 2 amp hour battery. With the 4 amp hour battery, they are a little bottom heavy. Then on the length, the SeeSiis are slightly shorter than the Compact, which is impressive considering the performance. But the drill chuck is smaller, 3/8 and not 1/2. SeeSii does use an all-metal chuck made by Bride. Probably best to buy a chuck from someone else instead of trying to manufacture their own. It does have a smooth feel to it, no issues. For the drill length, the SeeSii is shortest at 6 inches, Ryobi compact at 6.5 inches, and the big dog Ryobi at 7.25 inches. On the impact, the Ryobis are pretty close. The big dog is just over 5.5 inches, and the compact is right at 5.5 inches. But the SeeSii is significantly shorter, 4 3/8 inches. For the weight and length, the SeeSii performance is where it should be relative to the Ryobis and arguably more impressive. I did notice that the SeeSii has a larger half-inch model, but it comes in a kit with an impact. If you have any interest in seeing me test that, let me know in the comments. Also, the Ryobi compact has a Gen 2. The ones tested are Gen 1. The SeeSiis both have adjustable speeds near the battery, and the drill also has the typical 2-speed adjustment switch. Despite the multiple setting speeds, it takes the lowest setting to have a low speed similar to the Ryobis, which only have the trigger for control. The low speed performance for the drill is 2.4 seconds per revolution with some pulsing and 0.6 seconds per revolution for the impact, but the trigger feel is nice and doesn't have much lag at all compared to the Ryobi compact. So checking the SeeSii driving some basic screws, I do really like the speed adjustment on the impact. I don't know that I need 4 settings or different screw types, but 3 speeds is nice. You can dial it in and slow it down from the top speed to be able to use the impacting like a clutch and really put the screw to the depth you want. I do like that. Combined with the better feel of the trigger compared to the Ryobi impacts, it is much better. Ryobi does have a 3-speed version of the big dog impact, which I would be interested in trying out as well, because that would address some of the issues I have with that. For the drill, it seems pretty typical, although the clutch seemed to have some consistency concerns. The depth spot on one screw then seemed to bury it on another. The wood isn't that much different, so it was a little surprising. The SeeSii handle grip is harder but has more texture. I prefer the Ryobi, but if you use gloves all the time, you would probably like the SeeSii better. Also the lights, all the Ryobis are on the bottom. The SeeSii impact is on the bottom near the battery, but then the drill has the light just underneath the chuck. I don't really have a preference on this, but maybe you do. The battery charger that comes in the kit looks pretty dinky, but checking the specs compared to a fast charger, it looks like the output's the same at 1.67 amps. And Googling quickly what my Ryobi should be, they should be at 2 amps. So the battery charger for the SeeSii should be all right, despite looking pretty cheap. So overall, the SeeSiis are a good value. If you favor higher amp hour batteries and don't mind the extra weight, it's a solid deal. The Ryobi compact kit is really limited by the impact performance with the 2 amp hour battery. It's not a tool I would use. And to step it up to the big dog kit is significantly more expensive than the SeeSii with the Amazon coupons. I do have concerns with the impact collet as mentioned, and the drill motor pulsing has me concerned about longevity, but I would hope they would stand behind the 3-year warranty if you had an issue develop over time. Also, the compatibility with Makita gives you some flexibility with other tools. If interested in buying the SeeSii or these Ryobi kits, please check the Amazon link in the description. To see the full drill shootout with older blue Ryobi drills and the new brush models, check out this video next. Hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for watching.